What's up guys, Jordan from Bennetts Customs. Today we are featuring the Peach Fuzz on this episode. We've had quite a few people actually hit us up and just ask a little bit of information on the bike. They saw it on the cover of DicE magazine and a few different features on it, and yeah, you've asked for a little bit of info. So today we are going to tell you a little bit of the backstory on this and the build process and just a few pieces that I really enjoy about this bike and the fun bits that we had doing it. All right, so a little bit about the backstory on this bike. It has literally traveled across the world. I put it in a container when I purchased it in Canada, seeing family in that, and brought it back over here to where we are now in WA in Australia. I purchased this from a really nice family who I had actually grabbed a mill and a drill press from, and this was actually sitting under a bed sheet in their basement in many pieces. I didn't actually know what it was. I wasn't too familiar with these. And for those who don't know what it is a 1969 Motobecane Mobylette from France. Really cool, they're 49cc. Basically it's a postie bike, you pedal it to get it going, and yeah, it does about, I think we topped it at like maybe 70K. They didn't really want to sell it when I was there purchasing the other tools. Yeah, so my dad and I were actually sitting down the beach at our cabin, having a beer, and I had a missed call from the lady, called her back, and she said basically that they were willing to sell it. So yeah, we made a deal. I brought it home, purchased a few bits and pieces while I was there just because it was a bit easier, and brought it over here. Fast forward about 3 years, the boys at CJ Cycles had a little chopper show going on up in Perth. I was really keen on putting something in the show, but all of our bikes have always just kind of been in pieces, or you know, we're kind of in the middle of projects waiting for different bits and pieces. So this was the only thing I had, and it was kind of a bit of a joke because it was a postie bike going into a chopper show, and I had about 2 weeks to do it. So basically that led to, all right, I need to get this thing disassembled, get it sandblasted and get it into primer and paint ASAP, as well as getting a lot of the custom bits that I wanted to do to this bike done. So there was a lot of late nights, but was able to successfully finish the bike, take it to the show, ended up winning People's Choice and got an amazing award from Wildman, who had hand painted a Moon hubcap from Japan and had sent it over. Which was just probably my most favorite piece of I got hanging on the wall. And yeah, a huge shout out to the boys at CJ Cycles, Calvin and Jordan, and the rest of the boys who put it on. They did an incredible job. It was a super fun event. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the next one. So for the bike itself, I wanted to kind of change quite a few different things. Basically from front to back, I wanted to use a headlight. I didn't know really what to use, and I had a Model A cowl light, just digging through a bunch of piles of early parts that I have. So I ended up using it, and if any of you are familiar with the Model A cowl light, because they are on the side of the car itself, the mounting holes and everything are on the side. So what was really cool is I actually bent up some 10mm stainless bar and actually made a mounting plate that had it on the side, so it's actually kind of asymmetrical rather than being real even, which was a really cool piece. And yeah, I really like doing real fine kind of stainless work, so it was a bit of a challenge and really cool to see how it, the end result. Following that, I did really want to make a full crazy Springer for this and have like a 10 over on it, but it is also really fun to ride, and I am planning on getting it registered and having it as a little pub bike, as we call it. With the front, I just basically made a really cool kind of fake Springer. Actually does work. It's not, kind of your traditional style with the pivot on the bottom, but it's just kind of what I came up with off the top of my head, and I thought it looked really cool. Following into the bike, we just made some real simple custom logos on the side that just say Bennets. We just wanted something real simple and kind of hand done. I do have some really cool vintage cable wrap that I've had, and it was new old stock and kind of a cool piece and just really, fit this project. Into the center of it, obviously you know, being a bike, you need a cup holder, or beer holder as we would usually do. So I ended up bending up some 10 mil stainless round bar and made another kind of asymmetrical mount for the beer holder itself. And obviously wanted to have a sissy bar. That was a bit of a challenge, but was able to do it out of 12 mil stainless round stock. A little bit with stainless, it likes to move quite a bit when you're heating it up. So obviously after I had got it in the template and the jig and pulled it out, it did want to move a little bit. I had this really cool rose. It's a glass rose. I've had it for quite a few years, and what it was actually a vintage perfume bottle. And I've always wanted to use it for like an accessory light or something in a car or on a dash, and I never really had any ideas. And as soon as I thought about this bike and kind of where I was going with it, the idea, kind of having it that pink color with the nice white seat, white grips, I thought that was going to be perfectly suitable for what I was trying to achieve to build. So it is actually runs off the taillight, which is really neat. So at nighttime, the rose does glow red, which was really cool, and just features a LED in the back of it, and it's obviously quite bright. The taillight, that was just a good mate of mine across the street, Mark. He had gone to an antique shop, was buying a couple things, saw this really cool Lucas taillight on the back of a shelf, and I obviously just grabbed it off of him, and it fit perfect. I had to make, obviously, a full mount for it and make it blend into the guard itself. And yeah, I feel like it really kind of just finished off the back of the bike. The wiring side of it is just like a really nice vintage cloth wrap. And that actually came from elevator shaft in Canada. I bought a whole roll of it, which was really cool. I still have a ton left, but that's going into a future project that we will be starting next year. Really cool thing about it was kind of getting a little bit of the hype from the show. The boys, Dean and a few of the other guys at DicE magazine actually hit me up to do a feature on it. Yeah, I was a little bit shocked. They wanted to do a postie bike in a really nice motorcycle kind of chopper magazine, but it was also really cool that they were willing to kind of put it in there and show, you know, a couple different things that people are building that are two wheels. So yeah, fortunately it actually did get the cover and a 3 or 4 page spread inside there. My mate, Josh and I, Josh Ball Images, he actually helped me take the photos, and yeah, it was really cool to actually get the magazine in flesh. Big shout out to the boys at DicE magazine for giving me the opportunity to be able to do that. Also, this is a really important one. I really want to give a massive shout out to Carl Fisher at Japan's Customs, or on YouTube he is Make It Custom. I'm assuming a lot of you guys know who he is, or no, sorry. If you don't, he is seriously one of my best mates from home, and he is by far the most talented metal fabricator I know today. And I literally am so inspired by him and really look up to him and his ethics, the way he does go about stuff, the way he designs things. He's got a crazy imagination, which is really neat, and a very artistic skill to stuff. And I love watching everything he does. And yeah, he always is, you know, he's kind of pushing me to do a lot of this stuff as well. So it's really cool. So if you don't know, head over to his page, Make It Custom, give him a big shout out, show him lots of love. Another thing too, you know, we are new to YouTube, and we have a lot of really cool things coming up for future episodes. So just wanted to say thank you to everyone who has subscribed to our channel, and all the comments. They do literally mean a lot. It's so neat to see so much positive feedback. And yeah, we have quite a few really good videos coming out, and it's just a bit of a wide variety, from custom paintwork, early choppers, a future project. I can't really say too much about it, but it's 4 wheels. It's a dream car of mine that I've been wanting to build. So that is coming out, as well as just a few tutorials, a lot of real cool custom fab work, and kind of a lot of stuff outside the box. So we want to cover a variety of different things that is old and vintage, and, you know, kind of comes together. So yeah, make sure you guys subscribe, like, share, all of the above, and we'll see you on a future episode next week on Bennetts Customs.